Hello, this is Salvatore Vinciguerra. Welcome to this video on the Blue Ridge Parkway located in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park in North Carolina. The Blue Ridge Parkway is America's favorite drive. It's a part of the National Park Service of the United States Department of the Interior. A Blue Ridge Parkway experience is unlike any other. A slow-paced and relaxing drive revealing stunning and long-range vistas and close-up views of the rugged mountains and pastoral landscapes of the Appalachian Highlands. The parkway meanders for 469 miles, protecting a diversity of plants and animals and providing opportunities for enjoying all that makes this region of the country so special. Join me on this adventure as I go from Cherokee, North Carolina to the Waterock Nob Visitor Center and go on a hiking trail to the parkway's highest summit at Waterock Nob. The parkway is a great way to visit the Appalachian Mountains, but there are some things you need to do before you go. First of all, always check the road status information on the park's website and watch out for alerts. Sometimes roads are washed away because of storms or mudslides and so forth, and it takes a while to have these particular areas built up. Remember, this is a two-way highway, and sometimes for some drivers it can be a little bit scary. There are guardrails sometimes, and also that's a big difference between driving here in the Appalachian Mountains and maybe in Yellowstone National Park. You do have some different areas where you can go and you feel like you're being protected, but there are some very steep inclines. You sometimes, if you listen to some of the video and the movies that you're seeing here, you're going to hear motorcycles, and you always have to watch out for other people on the road as you're driving through this terrain, which you may not be used to driving to. Even though there were no highway patrols or little sheriffs hanging out in different areas of the parkway, at least from my experience, always observe the posted speed limits. It's not only designed to protect you and other drivers, but also the wildlife, so there's no need to rush, as this is a beautiful area. And I know one of the problems with driving on this area is you want to drive slow, even in Yellowstone National Park, and people don't allow you to do so. And I think it's very rude when, especially in this area, it is so beautiful. It maybe is not a route that people aren't used to, but there are rude people that maybe know where they're going and use this as a street just to go from their house to the grocery store or wherever, even though the grocery store is pretty far away from part of this route. You need to know that there are people that are going to be rude to you, and you just need to go ahead, take your time as you're enjoying the view, and let them go around you. Always pack your patience, especially for heavy traffic or delays. The Blue Ridge Parkway has many different scenic overlooks. It's a two-lane road. If somebody slows down for a deer or an elk, you're going to be delayed. Always plan your restroom breaks. There aren't that many places to pull over to the side of the road. You can't always get an ice cream where you want it or a McDonald's. That's not this kind of parkway. Bring your lunch. Picnic where you're supposed to clean up after yourselves. This is what this parkway is supposed to be. It's not for like the big touristy people that want to, go here and drive and find a McDonald's and enjoy that type of thing and then go shopping. This is a very park experience, and you need to be on the lookout for all of those different things. And you're going to see markers on the right of you traveling south on the parkway. You're going to see the mile markers to keep you located where you're supposed to be. There are bears in the neighborhood. I haven't seen a bear in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park for a very long time when I'm traveling, but you also need to be aware that they are there. So carry bear spray, or just make sure that you're always cautious, especially when you're on the hiking trails. Now, where are there wildlife in this particular area that I'm driving? Well, actually at the beginning, it's in the Cherokee area. It's by the Oconolofty Visitor Center of the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. The elk come out in the morning, and the elk come out. They're beautiful. I'll show you a couple of videos later on in the series of videos in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. That is a wonderful thing to see, especially in the evenings. You just go to the village center or the Okonolofti Visitor Center that they have there and walk around and sit down, have your dinner as a picnic, and watch those elk. You can get very up close to them, but make sure that you're keeping your distance as always. When you're planning your visit, look at the nearby communities. Make your reservations for lodging or camping in advance, as those can always be booked depending upon the time of the year, and sometimes these places close down depending upon the time of the year, especially in the winter, where some of these places there's snow everywhere. Maybe the passageway on the Blue Ridge Parkway is impassable. So make sure you're looking at your road alerts and make sure you're planning for the time of the year that you're visiting. I encourage you especially to spend some time in Cherokee, and if it's not a home base for this particular part of your visit, whether it be camping or Bryson City, North Carolina, something like that, these are great locations for the southern end of the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. But also remember there are some great Cherokee sites, because this is where the Native Americans or the indigenous Americans of North America, this is where they have their home or had their home, and they're rebuilding that. So the Cherokee homeland actually starts at the Qualla boundary, which is the 56,000 acre home of the eastern band of the Cherokee Indians. It borders the Great Smoky Mountain National Park and the Blue Ridge Parkway. The Cherokee originally held over 140,000 square miles in parts of 8 states, and by the 1820s they held only a small territory. In the 1830s, most Cherokees were forced to Oklahoma over what became the Trail of Tears. 49 Cherokee households signed an 1819 treaty to stay in their ancestral homes as citizen Cherokees. With those who resisted removal, they became the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians. They later bought back some lands, and in 1889, the U.S. government reserved the Qualla boundary for them. The seat of tribal government, executive, legislative, and judicial, is in Cherokee, North Carolina. And it's interesting to find this out and discover and go to the different Indian villages that they have in Cherokee, North Carolina, to learn about their cultural heritage. Yes, you can go to the casino and have a great time. It's really fun, and it's a really nice resort that people go to visit from all over. But I also encourage you to go and visit their little Indian village and take your time to go through there to learn about the Cherokee and the Native Americans that were and are still living in this area. Go up and visit where they actually live today. They have some great storytelling opportunities in the evening. It's called the Cherokee Bonfire in Cherokee almost every night during the summers. And they have great different activities throughout the year, which you just have to go to their website and find more about those. So those are some very unique experiences that can only be done here in Cherokee. Now, when I've gone to Oklahoma on my way to Yellowstone National Park, yes, there's another Cherokee group that lives over there in Oklahoma. That's where they were forced to from the Trail of Tears. But to me, it's nothing like visiting this home site where they originally had their homes. And it's a very different experience than over there in Oklahoma. So I encourage you, take your time as you're going through some of these areas and, patronize some of the Cherokee sites that they have here. And this is the Waterock Nob Visitor Center. It's a beautiful visitor center, very educational, very small. The bathrooms are outside when you get here, but there's plenty of parking. And there is a little hiking trail. This is the highest part. If you go on this hiking trail, some of it is paved, and then you go a little bit further, and then it gets rougher as you get to the higher parts of this particular trail. Always be prepared for something like this. You're at one elevation, it's about 90 degrees, you're climbing, you're going to need water, you may need provisions as you go higher. You need to be in good shape in order to get to some of these places, bring your hiking stick. I would highly suggest that you also bring your hiking shoes. They're special shoes, not just sneakers. You're going to ruin your sneakers on this particular trail as it is very rough. And there are a couple of places where as you get to the top, some people don't make it up there. Some people will just turn back. It is a beautiful trail. It's most probably one of the most beautiful hiking trails that you can go on in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park and in the Blue Ridge Parkway. So don't miss out on this opportunity, especially if you're a hiker. There are some other trails in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park which I personally don't believe are worth it. But this, for me, because of the wildlife, because of the butterflies. When you get up there, you're going to see butterflies and flowers and just this little meadow passage area, and the vistas where you get to see the road is absolutely spectacular to me. So don't forget to do this particular trail if you can do it, but make sure you're very well prepared. So you're going to see some of this hiking trail right here. Here is a traditional Cherokee story. To me, this region is the top of the world, the land of the sky people. The skyline is in all directions and close at hand. It is a land of cold rushing rivers, small creeks, deep gorges, dark timber, and waterfalls. Great billowing clouds sail upon the mountains, and in early morning a blue-gray mist hangs just above the treetops. It always amazes me, especially in the Smoky Mountains, how nice and polite people are in this region of the United States. All of the hikers always say hello to them. You're walking past them, it doesn't matter which way you're going. You may need the help of some of these people on your trip. Bring water, bring snacks, bring your lunch. Do this as like a 3 or 4 hour experience. That you're going to spend doing this as part of your day. And it really is a beautiful type of hike. I see families up here. There were a group of Mormons that I met that they were hiking and then they were getting back maybe as a part of some sort of tour where they live. But just really nice. Here you see some of, as you increase that altitude, you're going to see that it does get rougher as you go up here. Now, as you get to the top, which this is getting to the peak, you need to understand that some of these little trails do get washed out as you approach the little rock here, which is the highlight of the trip, and you look down and there's that famous roadway, and sometimes you can see some of the cars going across. But be very careful because there's no guardrails. You make the least little slip on this type of hike right here, especially at this point, and you could fall over. Be very careful with children as you get to this point because if they run past a certain point, there's nobody that's going to come and help you. You may try to call for help, but there's maybe no phone service up here. It is absolutely beautiful to see this vista, which is the highest point at this particular trail. And it's a lot easier maybe to get up here than some of the other hikes for the view that you get for the experience. So maybe have your lunch up here. Now, just a little bit below this point is a part of the trail where it's kind of like a little crossroads. There are other little trails that go off all the way along this major trail, but understand there are little trails and there are even little hidden features. One family was trying to find an airplane. Now, yes, there is an airplane that did crash somewhere in this part of the trail, right below the point. And I didn't go and take a look at it, but some people were not going for that view. They were going to go see the airplane because it's kind of cool to see. Now, as part of the experience, on most of these trails, you're going to have some water features as you go up and go down. The water's fresh, so if you need to fill up your water bottle from maybe one of these little streams, they're rare, but you could fill up your water bottle from the little stream, and it should be a pretty good bottle of water from where it's coming from, because it's just very pure, I would say, in this region of the United States and from the mountains. And here are more of those views coming down the trail. Be very careful. It's sometimes easier to go down the trail than it is to go up the trail. And it was as this. Just watch out for little puddles and little wet terrain that you may encounter. Just take your time, pace yourself, and take a lot of breaks, especially as you're going on a nice little hike like this. The visitor center, as I said, has parking. Sometimes the visitor centers don't have enough parking, but this time during the summer they had plenty of parking. Utilize the facilities that they have before you go on the trip like this, and as you come down. Yes, they have a little pavilion there where you have some restrooms. Don't forget to patronize those gift stores because, believe it or not, the Smoky Mountain Association and maybe the Blue Ridge Parkway, they have all of these nonprofits that help support the National Park Service, and then that goes in turn to help the visitors and provide the great, wonderful opportunity that you have to continue to preserve the Appalachian Mountains and the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. In Yellowstone, it looked a little torn away. Corporations have taken over some of Yellowstone, but, in this Great Smoky Mountain National Park, I take great pride in that and bringing some of this video to you because it's very clean. There are people that care about it, and they want to continue to preserve it. I didn't find that experience in Yellowstone. I didn't even find the experience of how cordial people are in my travels over there on the West Coast. So, this is a great opportunity for you if you live in the area, if you're passing by. Take a moment, take your time, and visit this area of the United States of America. I invite you to check out my channel page where I also have many playlists on the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, state parks throughout the southeastern part of the United States, and yes, there will be some upcoming videos on Yellowstone National Park. Again, thank you for watching this video. My name is Salvatore Vinciguerra. Please don't forget to go down to the description box if you want to find more information about the Great Smoky Mountain National Park or the Blue Ridge Parkway. I have some links to some websites there for you. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that way you get to see when I'm posting new videos that are related to travel and music. Again, This is Salvatore Vinciguerra. Have an amazing day.
Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah, I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? I'm in a race that everybody's chasing fast. They wanna be that someone on the screen at last. They ain't looking inside for their needs in life. They wanna be liked by everybody in sight. But trust me, being free ain't spotlights. No, it's long nights and it's long fights with yourself all the time to get your mind right. But if you put in the work, you can find the light, alright? I'll do it.